What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Impact Racing Network. I am Darren Vell in the booth here with you tonight, and we have a two-way battle here in the S.M.A.S.H Championship League tonight. We are starting off in the O'Reilly Series at Darlington. This is round 12 of 12 for these boys, so they've been on this track with each other. They know how to race around each other. This should be a great battle between our top few there as we look to see who will end the season on the top. Let's take a look in at our current championship leaders, shall we? Looking at our top 20, up top we have Lee, Shane, Griffin, Sampson, and McDonald. Top 5 are all in the race tonight. We'll be tracking their positions through the night to see how they do. Championship looks to be in the bag for Lee Richardson, but he is going to show Shane what he can do, because it is going to be a battle between those two as Shane looks to just not let him run away with it. He's going to make him earn it. It's going to be a battle between those two to see who moves the fastest. Looks like qualifying is wrapping up. Let's take a look at where those boys are finishing. Our top 3, we have Johnny Brown in the 06 there, Cody Connor in the 57, Shane Mackerman in the 47, rounding out our top 3. Lee Richardson, our current season leader, is in the back of the pack for this race. He's going to start down there in 8th. We'll see if he can work his way up. It's going to be a fight to see if he can get back towards Shane there. That'll be something to watch as we wait for our drivers to head around the track here. A little bit of the keys to watch at Darlington. We require driver patience here. This track, you cannot push your way around aggressively or else you are going to lose that car. You have to save those tires if this is going to run green. The East Coast Truck Series here at the S.M.A.S.H League ran green the whole way. We'll see if the O'Reilly Series can match that. As our drivers look to pass, it'll be a battle of who will give and who will take as they let positions go, knowing that they have to work together or else something bad could happen out there on this track. Let's get out to our track where drivers are starting to follow behind our pace car here tonight. One more look here at the top 10 on the inside line with that first place time in qualifying is Cody O'Connor in the 57, Shane Mackerman in the 47, Cody Derringer right behind him in the 13, Jesse Sampson in the 10, Steve McDonald in the 8, rounding out our inside line. On the outside there we have 06 Johnny Brown, the 26 Brian Smith. We have our 1 car Steve Harris, Lee Richardson in the 5, our current season leader, and Daryl Griffin pushing his way around, currently in 3rd on the season. He'll start in the back of the pack, looking to see if he can gain some points as we wait for the pace car to pull off and for our drivers to head into green action. Last race of the season here in the O'Reilly. Pace car is off. We await the green flag. Here comes the restart zone, and we are green here for the first time in the championship battle at Darlington Raceway. Brown 06 on the inside, pushing away with a great start. Shane right behind him, not giving him anything there. Cody O'Connor sliding into a 3rd place position behind him. Brian Smith finding his way. They are currently forming a line, trying to see if everyone gets on board or if we're going to have some battling for positions. Jesse Sampson and Lee Richardson currently battling their way. Lee gets in front of him for the moment, trying to gain his position over Steve Harris in the yellow car there. Lee Richardson, 5, our current season champion on the inside, pushing his way through, gets tight. Oh, man, a little bit of action there between Harris and Richardson as he's battling his way around, looking to move in on Cody Derringer, the 13. He is a new arrival to the series. We had a chance to talk to him before the race. He said his goal was just to stay out of the way and not cause any commotion between the people battling for points. We'll see if that's the case here as he lets Lee Richardson by, pushing his way up the field. What a great move here from Richardson so far. Starting out there in 8th, currently finding himself in 5th. We'll see where our current leader can go with the laps remaining. This is a long one here with 110 laps. It's going to require patience, and we have plenty of time for that. Current race leader, number 47, Shane, out there in front, showing what he can do here at Darlington. Had the privilege to be on the track with this guy, and he knows how to get this car around here. Connor trying to chase him down behind him in the 57 there. Will he have the momentum to get up there right on Markham's back? '06 Johnny Brown looking above his head there. We have him chasing down Cody O'Connor in the 57 in front of him in 2nd place. He is currently in 3rd, trying to battle his way back up there to O'Connor. Hoping he doesn't gain too much momentum over him. He's got to save his tires, though. He doesn't want to push too hard. It is still very early here in this 110-lap showdown. It is going to require all of the patience. Patience is going to be the key word here tonight. Lee Richardson finding himself in 4th place, gaining 1 more position since we last checked in. Again, that is our current series leader, looking to end the season on a high note, battling his way from the back, trying to move into the front here. We'll see what he can do as he is right on the tail there of the '06 Johnny Brown, putting the heat on him, letting him know that he is there. Lee Richardson here in 4th, battling his way up. Try to see if he can get into position to give Shane a fight before he gets into the later parts of this race. Doing a pretty damn good job of it here so far early on as we close out the top 10 laps here tonight. Only 100 to go. Plenty of time. Anything could happen. Jesse Sampson out there in the 10 car, currently finding himself in 8th position. Started in 6th, gaining 2, trying to work his way up. Being patient early on here in this race. Got to save those tires, especially if we stay green. Oh, he bites the curb there a little bit. Hopefully that didn't cause too much damage there to the front end as he smacks the wall and almost gets it again, but he just weaves out of the way. Daryl Griffin right behind him there as well, trying to push his way onto the back there of Cody Derringer, the new addition here to the series in the 13 car, looking to make his series and S.M.A.S.H in general debut here tonight in the O'Reilly series. Lee Richardson currently in third place, battling his way up, looking to see if he can make a move on the 06 of Johnny Brown in front of him now, trying to close that gap down after he finally was able to make the move, getting in front of Cody O'Connor in the 57. We will see if he's able to get into second and try to put that pressure on Shane and not let him run away here with this race at Darlington, where Shane has been known to put it to the pedal and give people a run for their money. Everyone knows he's going to perform here, so it's all about trying to get up with him and see what they can do once they're there. Lee Richardson trying to close down on 06 Johnny Brown. Steve McDonald currently out there in 6th place after he had a starting position of 9th, finding 3 positions so far here in the first 13 laps. We'll see where his race takes him as he keeps pushing around here in that red 08 car tonight at O'Reilly's. Jesse finding his way on the outside there. Cody Derringer able to capitalize. Daryl Griffin, the 4, also looking to make a move on him, as well as Steve Harris in the 1 car. That really is going to cost Jesse Sampson, able to hold off Steve Harris there for the moment, but that is going to send him back a few positions. That is not what he wants to see here early on, but he's going to still be moving his car. He's got to keep it on the track here. Avoid hits with that wall. Really lost a lot of momentum there for Jesse. Check in with our current league series top 5 and where they are at. Lee Richardson in 3rd place. Shane out there in 1st place here tonight in 2nd overall. Daryl Griffin, who is 3rd overall in this series season, is in 8th, looking to push around this track, gain a couple more positions here. We know Daryl is really good at conserving those tires, so we'll see if he can come back in the later parts of this track when everyone's done burning them up. Checking back in with Lee Richardson. Let's take a look at his timeline here of where he has started to where he is now. You can see very early on he did not qualify, or he had a bad qualifying. One of the two, starting him out there in the back of the pack, slowly making his way up by around lap 10 or so. He found himself in the top 3. It only took him 10 laps to get to the back to the front. We'll see if he can maintain that position and push forward, trying to get on the back of Johnny Brown there, find his way into Shane and battle his way down to the end, showing him how he got into that current series championship leading position and what he can do as he's pushing around here from the back. At the moment, Lee Richardson is currently gaining on the 06 of Johnny Brown at the current pace. In about 5, 6, 7 laps or so, we're going to have a little bit of a battle there unless something happens sooner. But Lee Richardson is definitely currently putting in more effective laps, as you can see here, closing in on Johnny Brown in the 06. Cody O'Connor in the 57 trying to get back on Lee. Gave up that position earlier. Still in the fight, though. The gap is not that bad. He's right on him. He's just got to make sure he's saving his tires enough, but staying close enough to Lee where he doesn't lose the momentum that the top 3 have up there. Shane currently with a gap of about 3 seconds from the rest of the pack. We will see if he just blows it out of the park here, if Lee can clear traffic to try to close in on him. On board here with Cody O'Connor as he's currently trying to chase down Lee Richardson. He's here in the 57. Lee Richardson out there in front of him in that 5 car. We know Lee Richardson is fast, or else he wouldn't be currently sitting himself in that first place position. Does Cody have what it takes to keep up with him, or can Lee build a gap as he continues to push forward here? Looking on Lee as he's battling in there on Johnny Brown in that 06 in front of him, trying to close the gap. We'll see if he can get there. A couple more laps and they should be right on top of each other, because Lee is currently averaging a little bit more effective times here. Slowly but surely, Lee Richardson still averaging better times here than Johnny Brown in the 06. Will it be enough? There's still plenty of laps here. We have all green action so far as we are done with the first 25 laps in a 110 lap showdown here tonight at Darlington. It's a tough track, and these drivers are showing the patience that it requires. This is great to see. Can't wait till we get up here and these guys start battling each other a little bit. The 8 takes him on the inside. That was Steve McDonald passing Brian Smith there. Brian Smith in the 26 giving up that position. 8 pushing away. That'll put him into 5th right there. That's Steve McDonald, as he is finding some momentum here as we push through the first quarter of the race. Starting out in 9th, finding himself sitting in 5th. Good start to the race so far for him. Let's see what the rest of the race will have for him. Checking in with the 4 of Daryl Griffin, putting in consistent laps out here. We know, like I said earlier, I race with Daryl. This guy knows how to save tires. Him and I are very similar. We may not be the fastest people out there, but if our tires are under us at the end, you know, we're going to push it. We're going to put it under him, and we're going to go. And that's one thing that I always see him doing at the end of races. He starts to slowly catch people. So the question here for him is going to be, will he be able to start catching them with time left? Especially if we stay under green, that's going to benefit him, because I know he is saving those tires to the best of his ability. Currently sitting in 8th. I'll bet he's going to gain a few positions before the end of this race, especially when tires are coming more into play here as we approach lap 29. Our current race leader, Shane, out in front. Johnny Brown and Lee trying to chase him down. Johnny Brown is currently putting up slightly better times here than Shane. Might be benefiting from being right behind him there. Either that or Shane's tires might be a little bit more beat up. As we approach lap 30 here, we have remained green as we expected. The S.M.A.S.H boys are putting on a show. They know how to control the car. They are being patient out here Not very many cars on the grid, but they're still pushing it around this track to the best of their ability. It's going to be a competitive race no matter how many cars are on the track. And the cool thing about this is they're showing you it can be done. Patience leads to positions and green flag running. And Lee Richardson is showing both of those as he had a start from the back, currently sitting in third, chasing down Johnny Brown and Shane right on their tail. Not going to go out without a fight, showing him why he is going to lift that trophy here at the end of the season as the champion for Season 1 in the O'Reilly Series for the S.M.A.S.H League. Our top three battling it out here. It's a good race between these guys. They're right on each other. Johnny Brown in the middle of the sandwich. Shane pushing away in the 47 there. And Lee Richardson in the 5. Showing them he is there and very much alive in this race. Battling his way from the back. Now he is right on them. Here we go. It is time. Let's get this action started. Lee Richardson following in right behind Shane. 06 finding himself alone on the outside. Taking first place for the moment there. Johnny Brown finding himself in first place for the first time tonight. 13 of Cody Derringer heading to the pits. Shake up here in our leaderboard for the first time as Shane finally slips out of first place. He led the first 30 laps. It looks like his tires are causing him a little bit of a stir here in the back part of these laps. Johnny Brown and Lee Richardson maintaining the pressure just long enough to gain position. But Shane is not letting it go just like that. He's going to keep pushing behind them. We know that this guy's got what it takes. Shane right on their tail. Shane trying to close down. Lee looking to pass. Trying to get his first lead of the night. Pressuring Brown right onto that wall. We'll see if they can both control it here together. 06 of Brown maintaining the outside line. Richardson trying to pressure him on the inside there. Great battle here between these two. Lee Richardson, what a night he is having. Showing everyone why he is currently sitting in first place here on the season. Started in the back. Currently sitting in second. As we are heading to lap 39. Plenty of time to go. He is going to put the pressure here on Brown. Let's see if he can get his first lead of the night here before we get to lap 50. I think there's a good shot. He's going to have the momentum and the tires to do it. As the time might be now, and he pushes the inside. Oh, man, he has to slow down, checking up there. 06, that was a close one there. They're both able to hold on. New race leader, our current series leader, Lee Richardson, finding himself in first place for the first time tonight. Wow. Wow, oh, wow, Lee has been having a hell of a night here in that 5 car. Lee trying to push away as Brown and Shane Markham find themselves in a quick little battle here. We'll see who has the tires for that. Johnny Brown in that 06 might have took a lot out of him battling Richardson there when Richardson started to pull away. What a battle between our top 3 here tonight. Taking a look here at the middle of the pack, we got Steve McDonald out in 4th place. Brian Smith in the 26th, out in 5th place. The 4 of Daryl Griffin out in 6th place, gaining a few more positions there. Here's that comeback I was telling you about. This guy knows how to save tires. He started out in 10th place out of 10 cars, finding himself in 6th. That's 4 positional gains, and he's looking to get a few more here tonight as tires are going to play. It looks like we are going green. We will see what the pit strategies will be between these people as a few will start heading into the pit here shortly, I'm assuming. What a race we've had so far here tonight. I did not expect to see green flag action in these O'Reilly cars. These things can get swirly, and Darlington is quite the track. Cody Derringer in the 13 car, new addition to the series, making his way around the track, trying to fulfill what he said before the race about just trying to stay out of people's way today, have a clean debut, and have a fun race. Well, hopefully those are all happening for him here in his S.M.A.S.H debut. We'll see what he does as we trend into Season 2 for S.M.A.S.H League. If you want to check out the S.M.A.S.H League, these guys know how to race. It's smashleague.gg. Again, that's smashleague.gg. If you want to check out these guys, they have races on Friday, Saturday, Sunday in oval divisions, and they are a blast. Lee Richardson out in front, showing people how it's done and why he is leading the O'Reilly series. 8th position start, currently sitting in 5th. Let's take a look at his journey along the way from start to where we are now. As you can see, Lee here started towards the back of the field. By lap 10-12, he found himself in the top 3. Lap 36, he finally shifted into 2nd position, and right around a lap 40 or so, he found himself sitting in 1st and has not let go of that since. Currently there with a lead gap building at 1.8 seconds at the moment from Brown behind him. Shane currently finding himself in 3rd after leading the first 30 laps or so, falling off just a little bit there. Might be having some trouble with his tire, or maybe having some front end damage. Not quite sure what's going on with him, but hopefully he has enough in that car to keep up with Johnny Brown so that we can have a showdown here as we head towards the back half of the race. Closing out the first half here in just a moment with another 5 laps or so. Brian Smith in the 26 car, currently finding himself in 5th position, having a decent night here tonight around this track. It is not easy, and he is taking his car, keeping it safe, and moving around in the middle of the pack right now. This O'Reilly series is going to be a feeder division next season in the S.M.A.S.H League for the Cup Series. Same thing we're doing with the Challenger Series, where we are feeding those people into the East Coast Truck Series once they have proven themselves. We're going to be doing the same thing, and then Sensational TV will be broadcasting both the East Coast Truck Series and the Cup Series. They do an amazing job. I'm looking forward to watching those back. I'll be racing in both of those here next season at the S.M.A.S.H League. So you guys want to get in on this action, again, that's smashleague.gg. Checking in on the 47 of Shane. Let's take a look at his journey here tonight. Started the race off in third, found himself quickly in first place before the end of the first few laps. Stayed there till about 30, like we were just saying, and then fell back into third. And it's been sitting there since about lap 33 or so. Currently pushing into lap 50 as we have 60 laps remaining. We'll see what Shane's able to do and how those tires go. We'll see what the pit strategies are, as drivers are going to have to start pitting here soon. I'm interested to see what those are going to be. Our current race and series leader out there in front, Lee Richardson, in that 5 car, having no trouble here tonight. What a race it has been for Lee. Currently has a gap of about 1.5 seconds to Johnny Brown. We'll see when he needs to pit. It's got to be coming up here shortly. Right as I say that, 26, Steve, and 1, Harris entering the pits there. We'll surely be seeing more drivers start hitting the pits here in the couple laps. We'll see what our top 3 do and when they decide. That'll be what's going to be the most interesting. And if there's going to be a shakeup, it's going to be on those pit strategies. Johnny Brown in the 06 out there, currently in second place. Having himself a great race tonight. Lap 53 just getting started. Our current race leader, Richardson. We have been running green this entire time. 3 lead changes so far. For those out there in the chat, if there's anyone you want us to highlight or see how they have been doing, just let us know. We'll give them a little bit of time here on the air. We'll see how they're doing, where they've been running. And if something's going wrong, we'll try to figure out exactly what happened and what they can do to get back here in the race tonight. Or Daryl Griffin currently out in 6th, trying to chase down Jesse, who's about 7 seconds in front of him. We'll see if he's able to get there with a little bit of strategy in the pit moments. Had a little bit of contact there with the wall. Didn't look like it was too much. I think his car's still going to be okay. Daryl is going to have to save these tires to get up to Jesse, as the pit strategies are going to shake up things here for our top leaders. Richardson out in front still, showing no signs of slowing down. Johnny Brown of the 06 right behind him. The 47 of Shane Markham right there in third place still tonight. Having a little bit of a slip there from his top 30 laps that he had. Falling into third place, but he is not going to slow down. I'm sure once he gets some new tires on there, he's going to be putting down some laps as well. Cody O'Connor out in 57 car there, having a little bit of a rougher night out in 10th right now. Having a little bit of a shakeup early on for him. Trying to see if he can capitalize on anything that happens here in the second half of the race. Johnny Brown taking lead as Richardson heads into the pits. He will get some tires and fuel and head on out. Our first people there in the lead going into the pit. Johnny Brown staying around. Shane Markham also going into the pit. So this is going to be interesting here. In the top 3, we had Shane and Lee, the 47 and the 5, both go into the pit together there. Johnny Brown stayed out by himself. We'll see how that works out in the long run, or if this move here from Richardson and Shane is going to pay off as they enter the pits together and look to come out together, hopefully keeping some momentum. How many more laps will our current leader, and then now here he comes in. Current leader Johnny Brown stayed out 1 more lap, entering the pits alone. Means he's going to come out alone. As we know, Johnny Bobby Brown and Lee Richardson are going to be trucking out of here any moment now. Sorry, Shane, Markham, and Richardson are going to be trucking out of here any moment now. Johnny Brown entering the pits. Lee and Shane get out of the pits in 2 and 3, pushing around the track. Shane is currently right on the back there of Richardson, trying to catch up to him. They both get in front of Johnny Brown, who's still trying to get his way out of the pits right now. He's coming out, pushing his way, falling right behind Shane. That's going to be a good position for him to be in, trying to battle his way back. He didn't fall too far behind him. It's about a 3-second gap. He's got to close that down if he wants to have any of that action there at the end of the race, as Shane and Lee look to build a gap in the top 3. Taking a look at where our current championship top 5 are. Lee Richardson, first place in the series, first place in the race, pushing his way. Shane in second place in the series, currently in second place in this race. Griffin, third place in the series, currently sitting in fourth. What a positional move there for Griffin. He gained 2 positions since our last check-in with him. Hopefully he can get out of the pit still capitalizing on those positions he gained. Great moves for him there as he enters the pit now, trying to get some tires on that car and get out of the pit with the momentum he was able to have. Cody Derringer, 13 car, currently in fourth right now. Gets passed on the outside there by the 06 of Johnny Brown. Johnny Brown, the 06, is about 2.5 seconds behind Shane Markham out there in second place in the 47 right in front of him. So he's going to have to hopefully not get slowed down by any traffic that's coming in and out of the pits, as everyone has looked to come in and out about... I think everyone's going in and out. Let's take a look here at our pits action. Our top 5 all swapping out 4 tires there. The 5 behind them all needing a little bit of repairs. Let's see if we can gather some details on the repairs that they had there. Cody O'Connor, wow. He's had over 6 minutes of repairs. It's been a rough night for him. That gives a little bit more meaning to us and explains why he's currently sitting in 10th. It's been a rough night out there for him. In that 57, the Cody O'Connor there, carrying all that damage. He went into the pits. That was probably a smart move. He's getting slowed down there, able to get back out here, hopefully getting some laps. We'll see if a caution comes out and some cars get damaged and he's able to gain back some positions. But currently he's sitting about 12 laps behind the rest of our drivers, and that's going to affect him quite a bit here tonight as he looks to just finish this race and get this car around the track here tonight at Darlington. Once again, checking in with our series leader, Lee Richardson, in the 5 car out in front. Trying to build that gap behind him, which is currently about 1.9 seconds. Shane Markham behind him there in the 47, trying to close down on him. We'll see if he has enough momentum to catch up to Lee, or if Lee's going to be able to pull away from Shane here. It should be quite a battle as we push into the last portions of this race, going into lap 66 of 110. These guys are giving us all they got here. Johnny Brown battling with some laugh traffic there, trying to get around the 26. Gets him on the inside. It's going to slow him down a little bit as he's trying to chase down Shane in front of him. That gap between Lee and Shane slowly looking like it's getting a little bit bigger here. Let's check in and see if he's catching. They're matching pace actually here. These guys are going about the same speed, Lee and Shane. Something's going to have to give between the two if Shane is going to want to get up into Lee's vicinity. Hopefully he's able to close down that gap. 66 laps. Shane finding himself back in second place after that pit stop that was able to gain him a position there over Brown. He was sitting there in second place after losing that first position there after the 30-lap drop that he had. Currently in second place. Will he be able to close down the gap on Richardson? That's going to be a story to watch for us here tonight as we are looking to close out this season for the O'Reillys in S.M.A.S.H Season 1. Nice and strong here tonight. Make sure you guys tune in to the Cup Series, which will be right after this on YouTube at Impact Racing Network. Hit that subscribe button. We are doing a double header here for the S.M.A.S.H League tonight. Your current race leader, your current series leader, showing how it's done here tonight at Darlington. Out in front, that's Lee Richardson as we are on lap 70 of 110. Pushing it around this track. Showing the patience, the skill, and the determination to throw that trophy above his head here. Been on the track a couple times with these guys, and let me tell you, man, it's honestly, I'm honored to be able to share the track with them. These guys, they have such high skill. Anything I can pull from them, any information at all I can get from them, it's very helpful. So I'm happy to even be a part of what's going on over there at the S.M.A.S.H League. And if you want to be a part of what's going on over there at the S.M.A.S.H League, you got to join them. smashleague.gg, running oval races Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Just do it. Jesse Sampson currently finding himself out in fourth place after all the pitting has been said and done. One of the people out there in the top 5 trying to close down points here to end out the season. Take a look here at your current top 5 one more time. Out in front, Lee and Shane. Daryl Griffin are right behind them. 1, 2, and 3. A lot of these guys, I was talking to them, and it really wasn't about the championship. It was just about being here, racing, having a good time with the boys. The championship is just, you know, an add-on, but it's really about them just being here with the boys, having some fun. That's what S.M.A.S.H is trying to build over there. In one season at a time, these guys have been able to accomplish a lot. We'll see what the future seasons bring them. Johnny Brown currently out in second. Got in front of Shane. Not quite sure what happened there. See if we can get a catch of that pass as we look at the replay here. That's the 06 of Johnny Brown trying to gain that position over Shane, who was currently sitting in second at the time, trying to get comfortable in there, but pushing and pushing. Shane slowing down quite a bit there. Getting right back in line. Like he might have just gave up the position. Not quite sure what happened there. But swap in positions in the top 3 as we head to the backpack of this race with Richardson leading the way. Brown right behind him. Shane out in third. Pushing around here at Darlington in this 110 lap showdown. Not disappointing. 4 of Daryl Griffin currently in the pits. Connor out there 13 laps behind after all that repair damage he had quite there early on. Still pushing laps, but a lot of damage to come back for him. Steve Harris out there in the 1 car. Out in 8th place. Trying to gain laps. He is currently sitting 6 laps behind the lead. But still out here. Still putting the laps down. Still showing that he belongs. Track of patience. Track of determination for all drivers who want to hold their lines. Hell, I did a race here last night, and I didn't even finish the race. So the guys that are out here doing these races, this track is not easy. And if they have the determination to finish them, props to them, because these races are tough. Jesse Brown. Jesse Sampson, my apologies, not Jesse Brown, out there in the 10 car. Out in 4th place, trying to chase down Shane. He is a lap behind the lead, though, so he really needs a caution to come out. He is hoping a lucky dog can get him into the lap for competition with 30 to go. But if no caution comes out, it's looking like it'll just be a battle there between Richardson, Brown, and Shane for our top 3. We'll see how they're able to close it out. Jesse, a little bit of contact there with the wall. Don't want to do that too many times. Going to start to build up and cost you. That car's going to get a little tight. Brian Smith in the 26th, out there in 5th place, currently working his way around in that discount tire car. Started in 4th, currently in 5th. He's lost 1 position so far here tonight. Let's take a look in at his journey. Brian Smith started out in about 4th position there early on, dropped down, finding himself at his lowest there in lap 55, currently sitting in the mid part of the pack as he is approaching 27 to go here in Darlington. Season finale for the S.M.A.S.H League. Cup's coming up right after this, so make sure you subscribe over at the Impact Racing Network if you want to be a part of that race. It's going to be a great one. The championship battle is very close there. That is going to be one thing to watch as we see the end of the Cup season come to a close. Once again, looking in with our race leader, Lee Richardson, showing no signs of slowing down. Look at Lee out there. 1.75 gap currently to the cars behind him. Having no trouble at all. It's been quite the race for him here so far tonight. He's trying to close out the season here on a high note, ending it with a first place finish, not only in the race, but a first place on the season as he looks towards season 2, building that momentum, taking it to the next level. I know watching Lee, he had a little bit of a shaky start to the season, especially out in the Truck Series, in the East Coast Truck Series for the S.M.A.S.H League, but towards the end of the season, he's really stringed together some very strong finishes. It's been really cool to watch as he's been able to get out there and get back on the podium week in and week out. Hell of a season for him and multiple series, and we'll see what the future series seasons bring him as we continue covering the S.M.A.S.H Challenger and S.M.A.S.H O'Reilly season in the future. This will be our only week with Cup coverage as the great team over at Sensational TV is going to be taking that over next season, so be sure to watch out for that as we look to close out this race with 24 to go. Shane out in 3rd place trying to chase down Johnny Brown in the 06 car out in front of him, representing Chick-fil-A. I personally don't eat too much Chick-fil-A, but I will say they have some pretty tasty breakfast biscuits. So if their sponsors want to hook us up with some breakfast biscuits, we will support that. Let us know in the chat if there's anyone you want us to check in on. I'm trying to take a look around everyone at the field, mainly focusing here on the top 3 as they are the only ones also on the lead lap, as we only have 22 to go. But I do want to give coverage here to everyone that has viewers out there. If there's anyone you want me to take a look at, let me know. It's honestly been absolute surprise here tonight. I did not anticipate this becoming a green lap battle. These O'Reilly cars honestly get pretty dang shaky, and I was expecting to see a caution or two, but the S.M.A.S.H League has proven us wrong. They're holding green, and these guys are battling their way around here at Darlington with 20 to go. Shane out in 3rd, trying to close the gap here on Brown in front of him. Richardson out in front, building away as he's pushing to the series finale here in the O'Reillys, looking to raise the gold for the final time in Week 12 action. Current look in with Johnny Brown as he's out there trying to chase down Richardson. Richardson out in front about 1.61 seconds at the moment, trying to build that gap, seeing if Brown has enough in the tires to give him a run for his money as we have 18 laps left. Not many more. Johnny Brown is technically gaining on Lee Richardson, but at the current pace, unless something drastic happens there with Richardson, he is going to run out of laps. Actually, he's on pace to catch him with about 11 laps to go, so that's going to give us a battle. It's going to give us a 5-lap battle for the finals. Shane out there behind Johnny, trying to chase him down. Trying to weave his way through a lap traffic as he has Sampson there in front of him. Sampson is our first car on lap traffic for this field. top 3 out on the lead. New fastest lap there for Cody O'Connor, finally getting his wheels under him here late in this race after having quite a bit of damage early on. Johnny Brown trying to chase Lee Richardson. 15 laps to go. Is there enough time for him to show the series leader that he belongs here? Maybe give him a little bit of a preview of what he's going to bring here in Season 2, as Lee is going to look to raise the trophy above his head with a strong finish here tonight. Nonetheless, it's been a great race here from the 06 of Johnny Brown. Same with the 47 out there of Shane Markham. 10 of Jesse Sampson also finishing with a 4th place finish so far. If positions stay the same by the last 14 here, no big shakeups. Not expecting there to be anything as we've gone almost 100 here. Completely green. 4 away from 100 laps of green. Johnny Brown chasing Lee down. Does he have enough time? Is there enough tread on the tires? Lee Richardson out in front. 1.3 second gap. 12 laps to go. Your current series leader, this guy. Hell of a season for him. Excited to talk to him here after this race. He's just dominated. Started in the back of the field and just pushed his way up. Lee Richardson with a great run here tonight. Let's take a look in at his timeline once again. As you see, he started out there in the back of the field. Found himself in first place around lap 40. Had a slight dip when they headed into the pits, but got back out there in first and has not given up that position since. Not showing any signs of slowing down since. Lee Richardson trying to finish this season out on top, not only with the race, but with the series championship, taking it home for Season 1 here in the S.M.A.S.H League. A little bit of a wall tap there that's going to slow him down as Johnny is going to try to take advantage and close the gap. See if he's able to do that. Johnny Brown currently about 1.5 seconds of Richardson there. These guys have been handling this car real well all night. Great battle between them all. 110 laps here at Darlington is not easy. Again, let me tell you, this track is tough. You'll find yourself smacking that wall, and if you smack that wall enough, you're going to take a little bit too much damage to keep up with everyone else, and then you become a liability at that point. Johnny Brown running out of time. 8 laps to go. Lee Richardson looking to extend his championship lead here at Darlington. Our Week 12 showdown championship battle. Brown hits the wall. It's going to slow him down. Lee is going to extend his lead there with an advantage. Bad timing there for Johnny as he has 7 laps to catch Lee, who's pushing away with this race, showing 0 signs of showing down from start to finish here from Lee. Taking a look at Shane trying to chase down Brown. Running out of time, though. 7 laps to go. Great laps. Great race for him. Got to remember, Shane led the race here for the first 30 laps and then kind of dipped down into third. And then took back second for a little bit of time around lap 65. Currently finding himself back in third. If all stays the same, if nothing is to change, if no yellows go flying, we will see Shane finishing out this race in third place. One more time with your race leader. 5 laps to go. Lee Richardson battling around here in Darlington, showing these drivers what it's about. Current gap of about 1.3 there to Johnny Brown in the 06. If he doesn't have any major tech issues, no wall smacks, he's going to find himself raising the trophy for both the series finale and the race finish here tonight. Brown really trying to put hit on him here in the late part of the race, getting pushed there by some lap traffic of Cody O'Connor there in the 57, right behind him. Brown still having a little bit of a battle there with Cody O'Connor. Trying to show him that he's in second place, trying to put it on Richardson with only 3 laps to go. It's looking like Richardson's going to run away as Brown makes a little bit more contact there with the wall late in the race. Not what you want to see. You want to keep it clean, especially when you're trying to chase down the guy out in front. Lee Richardson, who has been having a hell of a race, currently with a 1.8 second gap. 2 laps to go. Lee Richardson looking to close out this season with a first place finish at Darlington. Again, make sure you guys follow us over at Impact Racing Network on YouTube. We will be streaming in the S.M.A.S.H Cup Series later tonight. We'll have a short break, and we will be back as the white flag is out. We have made it 109 laps of green. We will go 110 green. Lee Richardson out in front. Johnny Brown right behind him in the 06. Shane Markham out there in the 47, rounding out our top 3 finishers one last time in the O'Reilly Series for the S.M.A.S.H League Season 1 action. So our top 3 make their way across the finish line here. Let's take one look in on them, shall we? Once again, your top 3 for the final time here in Season 1 of the S.M.A.S.H O'Reilly Series. We have Lee Richardson out in the 5-car, first place finish for him there as he throws around some donuts for us. Shane Markham of the 47 in third. Johnny Brown in the 06 out there in second place. It was a great race for all 3 of our drivers here, and it was a great season for Lee Richardson as he closes it out in first place. We'll see what he can do as we head to Season 2 of the S.M.A.S.H Series. Make sure you head on over to smashleague.gg to be a part of that action in Season 2. Let's take a walk on over to the media and see if we have our top 3 there. Get a word from them, see what their thoughts were on the race. See if they pop in here or not. Either way, make sure you guys go over to smashleague.gg to join a part of this action, as they are going to have a couple weeks off, but Season 2 is right around the corner. Give our drivers a couple more seconds here to see if they head down into that waiting room and want to be interviewed for the last race of the season. If not, we will close it out here in a little bit, but we'll give them a second. See if they head down in that room. Like Lee in there now. Shane in there as well. Let's go ahead and pull those boys up.
I don't.
Hey, boys, you got a copy?
We got you.
What a race for you guys to close out the season there.
Yeah, it was a fun one, man.
Another green flag action for the S.M.A.S.H League. I wasn't expecting us to see green flags here in the O'Reilly series, but Shane, I want to start with you first. We had you in first place for the first 30 laps or so, and then it looks like you fell down into third place there and kind of stayed floating around there for a bit of the race. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Yeah, I think that just. I mean, I haven't been doing this very long. You know what I mean? Like 6 months or so. So I just think it's lack of experience. That's what me and Lee was talking about before you jumped over here. But I just think it's throttle on, throttle off spots, melting the tires, and not really. I mean, I can put a few laps down, but then it fades quick. And Darlington is a war of attrition. You know what I mean? So you've got to be able to take care of your tires. So I'll get practice up and get better.
I mean, for lack of experience, you still had a great season. I think you're going to finish here in second place on the season. And we saw you here in the podium spots and also ripping off top 3 times for qualifying throughout the entire season. So we know you have the time. It's just going to be you putting it all together as we approach season 2. What series are you looking to race next season?
I don't know if I'm going to do this one next year or Cup, but I try to run them all, man. I try to run when I can. You know, we all work, so I can't always get in them, but I'll race what I can race, and you know, full-time truck and maybe Cup. I know Lee was talking about going to Cup, so I may run Cup next year, just according to how much time I got.
Yeah, well, anytime we can see you on the track, I know it's going to be a good one from you. Before we let you go, is there anyone you want to shout out, anyone you want to say hello to?
Appreciate the league, man, as always. Do a great job, fantastic job, and it just keeps growing and getting better. You know, Lee always races me good and clean and hard, and it seems like it usually comes down between me or him each race. So just appreciate the league and appreciate the guys in it, man.
Yeah, it was a great battle between you guys last week, and it was another great battle this week, and we look forward to seeing what you guys do in Season 2. Now let's turn it over to Lee. Lee, tell us a little bit about your start there. You were in the back and found yourself out in the front. Give us a little bit about your journey.
Well, I managed to put down good lap times in practice, and wouldn't you know it, I destroyed both of my qualifying laps, so I just wanted to make it more fun, I guess. I don't know. I knew I had to get up there fairly quickly, or else the top 2 guys were going to be gone, so I couldn't really save that first run. The second run there, after having the lead and seeing that I saved a little more than those 2, I just essentially saved the entire second run, waiting for one of them to push up to me, and then I'd have tire left, but they never did.
Yeah, by about mid-race, you were there in the top 3 and then find yourself out in front and then just never looked back. Johnny Brown was in the 06 was trying to chase you down. He just didn't have enough in his tires there at the end of the race, ran out of time, and you just ran away with it. Congrats on Season 1 championship, my friend. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels good. I mean, that was the goal for me coming into this was my main focus was the O'Reilly car, just because I really enjoy the car. It's a lot harder to drive than the truck, and I enjoy that. So you put that together with a track like Darlington, where you got to focus a lot, and it just fits me.
Yeah, well, it's been a pleasure watching all of you guys, and it's even I was talking about it earlier. It's a pleasure to even race with you guys. I learn a lot being on the track with you guys. So, watching you guys blaze through this track, watching you get this first place finish here in season 1, it's going to motivate me to try to get a little faster. See if I can push you guys in season 2. Before we let you guys go, Lee, anyone you want to say thank you to?
Yeah, thanks for putting the broadcast on. I know it's a lot of work, but I think you've done a hell of a job, here starting out. So thanks to you. Thanks to everybody in the league, drivers, admins, everybody. It's been fun. It's cool to get on here and race people that you trust. I had to race, kind of hard there at the beginning, but I knew people weren't going to block me too hard, and I just didn't want to. When you got the confidence to be able to race around people, it makes it a lot of fun. So I appreciate everybody. And then the lap cars, even when the day wasn't theirs, they were just getting out of the way, which was really cool. So, and that's what Darlington's about. I mean, it's give and take, and it worked out great. So thanks to everybody.
Yeah, that's what you would hope to see by week 12 in a season. A little bit of camaraderie between the people working together, even though we are competing. You want to have a clean race. You want people to battle. You want to get out of their way when the time is right, but you also want to compete with them at the same time. So seeing people work together, always a good thing. I look forward to what season 2 is going to bring, and I'll let you guys get out of here as we shut down here the broadcast tonight. Thanks for your time. Congrats on both strong season finishes, and we'll see where you guys head to in season 2.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, let's go ahead and shut this down. It has been a wonderful race here as we ended season 1 of the O'Reilly series. These guys had a great season. Lee Richardson taking the championship home. We'll see if he can defend it in season 2 or where he moves if he has any changes. Shane rounding out the season in second. He's had a hell of a season as well. It's been an honor to call these last 2 races. We will catch you guys next season in the O'Reilly series. If you want to join the S.M.A.S.H action, again, that is smashleague.gg. Season 2 right around the corner. Only a couple of weeks off. Get in on the action. We'll catch you there if you want us. ImpactRacing.net is where you can find us. We will catch you here in a little bit for the Cup Series. Make sure you follow us at Impact Racing Network on YouTube. Until next time, I am Darren Vell for the Impact Racing Network and the S.M.A.S.H League. Have a great night.